Hi folks, welcome back. So for the last few months, ClaudeCode has pretty much been my primary interface to using my computer. I've made some videos about this in the past, but I use it not just for coding, but for pretty much everything. And so for me, a lot of my day-to-day work and the knowledge and the conclusions and insights that I've reached live scattered across a ton of ClaudeCode and sometimes Codex sessions. And I used to have all these open terminals, tabs inside terminals and Ghosty and whatnot. And it was just like having back in the day a few hundred open Chrome tabs, and that just wasn't cutting it anymore. So to keep track of all that, I built something that I'm calling Agent Kitchen because we're all cooking with agents. And it is a nice dashboard, the kind of dashboard that I want, that shows me a history of all my coding agent sessions and lets me see them, resume them, and just get a nice higher level historical view of all my sessions, and then actually extract insight out of them rather than them just being lost. I know there are many like it, but this one is mine. So the repo is open sourced. I'll leave a link to it below. You can install it with UVX. It is on PyPy. So let me show you how it works. It has two main subcommands. One is index and the other is web to serve the UI. So index goes and looks at all your existing ClaudeCode and Codex sessions and makes a summary index of them, and it caches them so that when you run this again, it'll only pick up the new sessions or the sessions that have had fresh activity. Notably, this is using the Claude Agent SDK, so it uses the same token as my Claude Max subscription. So I'm not paying LLM API rates for generating these summaries of my sessions. In this case, nothing happened because I've already done this, so everything is cached. The next command you run to see the UI is Agent Kitchen Web. And that's what the Agent Kitchen web interface looks like. It is a reverse chronological list of all the folders that I've had sessions in. It supports both Claude and Codex. And like I said, I often run sessions off my home directory, not always in a GitHub repo. So you'll see some of these have an Octocat, and those are GitHub repos. Some of these don't. Those are sessions run outside of a GitHub repo. And I can browse through all these sessions. If I click on one of these, it will resume the session. This was a Codex session, as you can see here. So that was resumed. I can click on this one. This is a ClaudeCode session that got resumed. So you can get all these previous sessions and resume them. If you want to start a whole new session, not resume a session, you can just hit this plus button right here and it'll start a new session in that repo or that folder. There's a slider over here which lets you restrict the sessions that you see over here. So if it's just for the last 2 days, then that's all you see. And you can, of course, expand it to see sessions for all time or as far back as your history goes. By the way, I strongly recommend setting the ClaudeCode option, which expands its TTL of the sessions that it saves to the maximum possible limit, because there is a lot of good info in your old sessions. So there you have it. Try it out. You can install it with UV. It's on PyPy or pip install. You don't even need to install it. You can run it just with UVX. And let me know if you have any feedback. I hope you find it useful. All right, thanks.